YouTube and many places on the internet tailor every single piece of content you see for your specific enjoyment. But what if we could throw off that algorithm? Today, I'm going to show you the side-by-side of what a new player will see when they're returning to old school RuneScape and what I see as a longtime player and consumer of Jagex content. Will we be offered new videos, different creators, or will they be exactly the same? Find out on OSRS Algorithms, YouTube edition. The first thing we have to do is get a private window open, also being side by side our main window. So essentially this means we'll have the side on the left, which is my normal side, and the other side, which is the private browsing, on the right. So we're gonna go and take a look and get an idea of which one is which. If we look on the left already, you can already see that we're basically getting Behemoth, Mr. No Sleep, Flipping Old School Sweet Badass. These are filtered in no specific way. They are searched just old school RuneScape or OSRS, and this is what comes up. Obviously, you guys know these people: Low Soul Gamers, Super RS, Behemoth, Linguinarium, Flipping Old School. Again, a lot of stuff here. Not a lot of smaller creators that I'm seeing, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and take a look on the other side. If we go to YouTube, over here. Okay, so right off the bat, much different. None of my subscriptions are here, so let's take a look. Now, if we look at these side by side, what do we see? Side by side, they would look pretty close to the same, but immediately we start seeing differences at the fourth video down. Okay? So, what does this mean? Hunting people for PvP Hardcore Iron Man is OSRS too difficult for new players. Now, this is nice because this is giving me a different range. I wanted to see something a little bit different, but you never get to really see it. Scroll down and you start to get also a little bit different between the two. You can see that it's rearranging it into a different pattern. Now, again, there's probably no real reason for that, but let's see if we can find some small creators. Let's look up upload date in the past week and see what we find when we set it to week. Okay? So once we set it to the week, we get the same amount of videos. Almost the same exact order, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yep. So let's review the first 10 videos in the beginning here on the first left side, and then we'll move to the right. On the left side, obviously we have Behemoth, Mr. No Sleep, Flipping Old School, Sweet Badass, Kemp Q, Andrew AJT, Behemoth, and Soup. Okay. Now, the issue is that there's an order here. When you actually switch, you've got the first page of videos. For me, I get all these creators on the left side. For me, on the right, I am getting new people such as Panic. Did I just win an OSRS tournament? And then you also see Nublet, which is, again, not on my side, on the left. So we're starting to already see a bit of a difference here. But let's try and find a small creator. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mute the audio in terms of the desktop because we're going to look through a couple of these videos and see what comes up next in terms of the recommended videos. If we click on Behemoth's video on both sides, what is our next recommended video? Holy loud ads. Looks like both of these are recommending Behemoth's videos, but the new one is recommending the 1 day specifically. If you look in the top right, this is the 1 day first hardcore Iron Man ever gets to get this. Iron Man gets his 5th Tebow. And this one is Sick Nerds Hardcore Iron Man, 1 tick off death. So again, we're already starting to see a little bit of a deviation. Let's click on that video here. Let's click on this video here. Again, it's going in kind of a path. You can see now the video that was on the right is now on the left in terms of recommendation. And the one that we just watched is here. Is it going to go in a loop? All right, so we click here, then immediately. Okay, so we've gone through a couple videos, and now the channels that it's recommending: Sir Pugger on the left for my channel, and for a new player, we've got Odablock on the right. So let's go down the rabbit hole. Let's click here on the right. Okay, we've got that. We've got Sir Pugger. Okay, so is this going to just take us down a rabbit hole, both of these users? It very well could. We're not sure exactly which way it could do, but let's kind of go through and see how far it will get us through. I think this is number 2 and number 3. So we've gotten 3 of them. This is now 4. So it puts you in kind of a rhythm here, which is kind of interesting. So I think it was either 4 or 5 it took to get to another creator here. If you look 4, 5, 6, 7, it has taken 8 Otoblock videos versus about 5 Serpugger videos to get you a new creator. We've now gotten to Kemp Q on the left and Sync on the right. Again, we started from the same video. I want that noted. These are the exact same starts from the exact same video and just clicking through recommended on the autoplay. So, right off the bat, we're already learning what this does. Now, this is nothing against any of the creators. I want that known. This is nothing against any of the creators. This is just to make light of, if you're watching one big creator on YouTube, you're going to then get recommended another big creator on YouTube instead of, say, seeing a smaller creator that might be making YouTube videos. It's a bit unfortunate, but it is kind of how it works. If you have a lot of views, obviously, then you're going to generate a little bit more traction. Let's see how quickly. So it looks like it goes right back to Otoblock here. And then it goes to Becht. So then 1 to Becht, and then 1 to, again, Otoblock, and then to Becht. Is it just in a loop? It's just in a loop. Okay, so then are you just telling me? So it's not in a loop. Okay? And now we're just through Otoblock. Again, literally. Okay, so now we're on to Serpugger. So again, let's see how long it takes us to get through a couple creators in the, so we got Framed. We have Framed again. Framed again. Framed again. And Framed again. Then Torvesta. Alright, so we've been recommended 2 Torvesta videos, but we've only really been recommended 2 different ones. This one's 2019 on the left side, and this one's 2020, being almost about a couple months old for the July 28th, 2020 release. I don't know. I'm starting to see that it looks like new players are being pushed more towards a different method. Now let's look up old school RuneScape. Okay, so we searched old school RuneScape into the search bar without having to abbreviate it in any manner, which again shouldn't make a difference, but let's take a look to see what comes up with old school RuneScape instead of just OSRS side by side. So again, we have the modcasts. Good, both modcasts are the same. For some reason, it seems flipping old school really does seem to make it into all the algorithmic pieces on both sides. He's right next to the old school RuneScape channel, which he must be doing something right there, because that just seems to make a little bit of sense there. 8 more. So again, the videos start to differ side by side here immediately after the usage on both accounts. We've got Sweet Badass Asmund Gold. Again, this is not even on the right side. That YouTuber is not even relevant to the new user experience on the right side, it would seem. Let's see. Same video, Sweet Badass. I interrupted a 1-bill lure. Why are people still playing in 2020? Very trendy video by Jimmy there. What else is going on? Not a huge amount of, I mean, they're very much different videos and different creators. Let's just scroll down quite a bit. Let's get down really far. So that's 1 page reload. What do we got? What are we looking at? Skull Trick and PKers for Bank. And same thing, there's that same video, the lo-fi beats and the OSRS too difficult for new players. We're seeing that across the board. What else? Where's a small creator? Can I find like a less than 10K as a new person? Let's see, is there less than 10K? Give me episode 50 GA RuneX. That is a private server. So the first creator that we found is a private server user of Metal Raymond with 753 views at 12 hours ago. That's the first small creator we've seen on YouTube at all. And I know there's a lot more. So let's just scroll down and see what we can find. 142 mil bounty and rising. The bounty man keeps rising, and you'll be the person to end the series and claim the 142 million GP. Okay. The hardcore Iron Man PvP. I like that. That's the first under 10K we've seen, and that took, I mean, 2 minutes of pure just scrolling through. Let's see, is there anything else? Anything under 10K? Is there an under 1,000? Is there anything that's small creator? Okay, so I'm not really seeing anything. Original Hughes finishing 500 barrels chest. Okay, so that's a good one to see. It took us a while, but again, we're starting to find a few more. 5.3 Oak Dice. Obviously has a bigger channel that's probably going to get a little bit larger. Mickey Coon OS. Choppy Extinction Event. Journey to Max, number 32, OSRS, Old School RuneScape. Let's just take a look here. Let's see what this is. I do like what he's got going on here. Seems like he's really trying to put in a lot of work. How is he consistent? Let's see. Is he consistent? 1 day ago, 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 1 month ago. It seems like he almost uploads a video every 2 weeks. So Those popular videos. Looks like his max is 332. So again, a smaller YouTuber, but let's see where it takes us with his video. So we've got this video here. So we obviously have indicated to YouTube that we like his channel. So what happens when I click the next video? Okay, Luck of the Sea Journey to Max. That was a loud clip. We're gonna actually turn that down. This is okay. That's really loud. And then it immediately goes to exact cracking the Inferno waves. Now, as a new user, I have no idea what the Inferno is, right? So I have never actually played old school RuneScape, or I'm learning, and it's recommending me this. Now, I guess we could try and throw off the algorithm by looking at things, but let's just see what this provides us. Now, again, we didn't really find a major. Let's see if we can find a small creator over here of less than. Put it on the week filter this week. Now, again, subs do change a little bit of this here. Let's just take a look and see what we can find. Oh, Brizzle, Baby Darkbow, Adventure, Deep Woody. Okay. All right, so then immediately what comes up is the exact Inferno cracking the waves, which is interesting because, again, this is my main account versus the non-main account, and they're very much wiped completely of data on the right side, and left is my normal subscribers. So it's interesting that they're starting to show the same videos even right from the start. Are these going to be the same thing over and over, or is it going to change? Okay, so it has changed for its recommended video to a Torvesta video for the new user. Okay, so this is really interesting. The whole point of this video is to kind of see what a new user is going to see, and I think we've gathered from that so far. Let's kind of go to the results and talk about it a little bit. A lot of people might say, what did we learn, or what was really gathered from this? Well, we found out that small creators on YouTube really aren't getting anywhere because they're not being shown to the community. I get that if you don't have, say, 50,000 views in a video, then, well, maybe you didn't put in enough effort, but I don't usually think that's the case. I've seen a lot of creators get less than 1,000 views in a video, and they put in hours of time of work and effort. That seems a little wrong. But we did see that with old school RuneScape, you do get recommended a lot of the larger content creators for a new person versus an old account. And once you start watching that person, getting out and seeing a smaller creator is almost narrowly impossible, because you saw how many videos we skipped, and we saw only the top YouTubers. Even while watching small YouTubers' videos, the larger YouTubers are then being recommended for the content. And I get that, again, but that does seem like a bit of a concern. I just wanted to bring this up to you guys, see what you guys kind of thought. What we can say, the consensus is that YouTube's algorithm is very broken in terms of old school RuneScape. It tends to favor the larger channels quite heavily in our research here. I think the best thing that we can do in terms of this is just try to look for small creators, try to support them. But as you can see, it's a bit unfortunate that even in the past week, when we search old school RuneScape or OSRS relevant videos, we're not finding anybody under 1,000 views or even barely 10K views through the entire list of either account. I think this is a problem. I think it should be addressed. And what do you guys think? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them down there as well. And if you guys are watching this right now, I'm live streaming on twitch.tv/thePhDLife. Feel free to come stop by and say hello. And I'll see you guys in the next video.